everyone, it's Tiny Games here. Welcome back to the channel. It's a very rainy day in my valley today, but we are here for the Discord Dreamsnap review video, and this is for the Fairy Fantasies challenge. Now, I must admit, I think the Fairy Fantasies challenge is like the best challenge we had. I was so excited to do it. I had so much fun, and I think it was just a joy to partake in and also do a lot of voting on. I have really enjoyed voting for the Fairy Fantasies challenge. So yeah, that's been an awful lot of fun. But let's take a look at what you guys have come up with for the challenge. I've already seen the snaps in Discord. I already know that they're absolutely fantastic. And I'm so excited to show these off. I really am. So let's jump over to Discord. Oh look, it finally stops raining. But let's jump over to Discord and take a look at what you guys came up with for the Fairy Fantasies Dreamsnap challenge. So we are starting off here with a snap from Fabrienne. Now, Fabrienne did get rank 1 for the New Year's celebration challenge. So big congrats to Fabrienne. And if you haven't checked out Fabrienne's channel, please do so. Fabrienne actually makes content here on YouTube, so make sure to drop them a follow. I'll leave their description details and everything, like their links in the description down below. But this is your snap for the Fairy Fantasies challenge, and I love it. I think it's so vibrant and colourful. I really love how the Tinkerbell capybara looks here. I just think she looks so funny. But I love the green tones in the hair. I love the hair choice and the outfit, and I love this kind of like flower garden that you've surrounded yourself with. I just think it looks really nice. One of the things that I like that you've done that I intended to do and completely forgot about, which is usually the case. I usually have ideas in mind and then I go, right, we'll try and do that, and then I forget. But putting the snippets in these bubbles, that's what I wanted to do, and I completely forgot about that. So, you know, that's kind of nice to see. We've also got the little Wally boot, which is kind of like a cute little detail, a cute little touch. We've also got the little frog plushie here, but it obviously looks like an actual frog, which is really cute, to be honest. I love this. It definitely encapsulates all those fairy core vibes. And next up we have some submissions here from Nolan. I love this. This is gorgeous. Seeing the sort of sword in the stone peeking through the light there behind the Tinkerbell house is really cute. I love this, the pond decor and surrounded by all these mushrooms, all these glowing companions as well, which work really well in this kind of like fairy core theming. Merlin's house looks perfect in this setting as well. Love the outfit choice. All the pieces go together really nicely there for the outfit. I think this is a stunning snap. I really like how you've got these trees as well, the Dreamlight fruit trees. They just add quite a bit of sparkle to the setup, which I think is really cute. You know, it just again adds that mystical touch, which I think is absolutely beautiful. Then we have your second account here, and this is really cool. It's so vibrant and colourful. I love that your wings match this flying companion here as well, the kind of like phoenix bird. We also have the flame firebird as well, which is a really cute touch. Kind of blends in with the orangey yellow tones of the submission. It's definitely got that bird vibe, especially using this. This is like one of the Isma potion bottle storage items. But yeah, it obviously has this bird-like shape, which kind of replicates the wings that you have and also the birds that are flying towards the screen. I absolutely love this. I do understand you said you've decided to recycle like old dream snaps and stuff like that. It's amazing how sometimes there's a lot of similarity between dream snaps, that you can reuse old builds and things like that. That's another reason why I'm kind of happy to do these Dreamsnap reviews like whilst we're voting on the challenge, is because anyone who's watching these can get inspired for future Dreamsnaps. Like, you can still learn clever tricks of lighting and placement and design from looking at Dreamsnap. So I'm happy to show these off as well so that other people can be inspired in ways they can elevate their snaps. This is absolutely gorgeous. Then we have your third account here. This one a bit more of a sort of Merlin Celestial inspired snap. I really like how you've used the beds here to create almost like a fencing detail. I think that looks really cool, and I think that's really clever. A way to kind of use an item in an unintended way, but seeing this makes me wish we kind of had some sort of fencing like this. I think it would look really cool. But I do like this. It's kind of simple, but it's beautiful. It's straight to the point. Like, you can see the vision that you're trying to get across here. It's definitely got those magical fairy core vibes, which I love. Yeah, this is brilliant. Next up, we have a submission from Jessica here. This is really cute. It's like a Glinda inspired snap, which is really cute. What I really like is you've done the kind of like the green lighting in the backdrop, which I think is really cool, as kind of like a reference to Elphaba, to the Wicked Witch. You know, it's definitely got that kind of subtle nod. Obviously, you've got the golden brick road here for the yellow brick road, which I think works wonderfully. I love the outfit. It definitely has those Glinda vibes. Love the mushrooms that we've got dotted around. Definitely very fairy core inspired. This is a very, very pretty snap. I definitely see the vision that you've got here. It's very cute. I like it. I think it's very, very cute. Next up, we have a submission here from Pupster. I did see that you mentioned, well, I say from Pupster and Luca. Gotta give Luca credit. But I did see that you didn't kind of get to finish the snap, which is a bit of a shame. But I do see the vision here, and it looks really cool. I love the outfit. The outfit is so Peter Pan vibes, and I think that's really fun. I do like all the different sort of decor pieces you've used. Like, using these snippet lure traps was a wonderful idea. The teacups, the mushrooms, the little Pegasus that you got dotted around. Fairy Godmother's a great addition. It definitely has a lot of fairy core vibes. I can see that it is a bit unfinished, like it's not a fully visualized snap, but I still think it's decent. It definitely has fairy core vibes about it, and you have got the Tinkerbell capybara, which is very fun. So good luck, Luca. Good luck, Pupster. I hope you get the results you want. It is fun. It is on theme, so I'm excited to see what your results are. Next up, we have some submissions here from Amethyst Unicorn. This is beautiful. I love this. I love the colours in this. I think the colours are very pastel-y. I'm not sure if there is a filter or not on this, if it's just the lighting. I don't know what it is, but the colours in this are lovely. They are really nice. I love the outfit. I think the outfit's really cute. I love that you got the scholarly dragon. I love that you have all these magnolia petals on the floor as well. I think that is really, really cute. I like this. I think it's nice. It's definitely got those fairy core vibes. It's definitely got the kind of the whimsy and the magic, and it's very pastel-y, which I kind of like. It's very different, but it's nice. Then we have your next account, which is going for a very, very different style, which is nice to see. It's nice when, you know, you have multiple accounts and each one looks different and unique. Like, I like trying to do that with my multiple accounts. So it is nice to see and kind of visualize. I do like how you've got the mushrooms here. You know, we've got the mushroom circles, we've got the glowing mushrooms, we have the glowing mushrooms in the background, the fairy bloss house and the Tinkerbell house. It all works together really, really nicely, which is nice, and I think your character does stand out against the backdrop. And then we have your mum's account here, and this is really cute, very, very similar to the last one, but kind of like almost flipped. Instead, we got the Tinkerbell house and then the fairy bloss house instead of the fairy bloss house and the Tinkerbell house. Love the outfit. The outfit's really cute. This is more of like a pink vibe compared to the last outfit, which had those bright golden yellow tones. Love the giant flowers cropping in at the front of the shot, just to kind of like highlight them, just to frame the shot a bit. Very, very nice to see. And of course, all those fireflies dotted around add in a bit of whimsy and magicalness. Next up, we have Winter Dragonfly here, and this is beautiful. I am in love with this. I love the flowers. The use of the natural flowers was such a good choice. Do you know what? I kind of like this because in some ways it reminds me a bit of my own. Like, it's very different. It's very different, but it's still like the fairy bloss house in the background, you know, all the kind of like the mushrooms and the lights and things like that. It's just very, very cute. I like this aesthetic. I like this look. And I love how you've got the snippet here. Is this snippet actually flying, or how have you done this? Because it's not in a bubble. But it also doesn't, like, it's not got a trail. Is this just a naturally flying snippet? You have to let me know. That's so cool. But I love this. I love the foliage work here. I think the little details are really cute. Like, even the kind of like cobblestone path that we've got going on. The way the foliage crops in at the sides, just kind of frame it. Very, very beautiful. And then we have your next account here, and this is stunning with the jasmine fountain. They're so pretty. It's so elegant. I love the bright yellow trees. I think they add a lot of vibrancy to the submission. The castle in the background just kind of add in that whimsy, that magicalness kind of thing, princessy kind of core vibes. I do love how your character looks as well. Love the hair with the dress. It's very beautiful, along with the little squirrel pose there, which is nice to see. I like these almost like mini waterfalls. They're an item you get from like Pumbaa's friendship reward, and these look beautiful here. Lovely little way to frame the corners of the submission. Yeah, this is lovely. And then we have your dad's account here, and I love that they've gone with like this bright, vibrant color skin, just something a bit unique and different, something a bit eye-catching. Definitely feels very magical, definitely feels, you know, mystical and things like that, which is very, very cool. I love the foliage work here. The foliage work is absolutely stunning. The way everything's kind of grouped together. I do sometimes struggle a bit with, you know, keeping things together without looking too cluttered, making it look kind of natural and stuff like this. But this looks fantastic. This is really nicely put together. Next up, we have a submission from Kamikaze Kaiju here, and this time you've gone with like a snow fairy vibe. I actually love this outfit that you've got. It definitely works really well. I don't know why, when I tried to utilize this kind of outfit, I just felt it looked out of place, but it really works here. Maybe because of all the blue tones, it kind of works together. But nice inclusion of fairy godmother, because obviously she's a fairy. And then we also have Elsa here, just sort of adding to that whimsicalness. Next up, we have a couple of submissions from Sunny here. And Sunny has said that they rushed to get these done. They did them in like 30 minutes. And if this is what you can come up with in 30 minutes... I am impressed. I am impressed and amazed and blown away, because this is stunning. This is absolutely gorgeous. I am obsessed. Like, literally obsessed. This is beautiful. Your character is so, so pretty. The way her eye makeup like shines, you know, the hair, the outfit. Like, how do you make this outfit look good? You made it look really good. I like this outfit, by the way. Like, the magical dress. Like, I know you've got a different top with it, but like, I don't know, just something about this really works. I love how you've done the two Tinkerbell homes and the fairy bloss home in the background. All the flowers and foliage is so beautiful. And the fact that your character's kind of like dressed in blue tones. We've got the blue Pegasus, and we've got a couple of highlights of blue with the mushrooms here, and this foliage piece is just beautiful. It makes it kind of like pop against the pink and purpley tones of the shot. It really kind of adds a nice contrast, which I think is absolutely beautiful. And then we have your next submission, which is very kind of like peacock fairy core. I actually kind of like how you've used these pixel flames. I wouldn't have thought to have used them, but it kind of blends the colors together. Like obviously your character's in a very green and blue tones, but then we've got some like purples and pinks with the foliage. So these flames kind of like encompass the colors and the tones of this submission, which is really nice to see. I like how you've decorated with some of the kind of like gatherable items we have. Like we have the dream mangoes. I forget what this crop is called, but this is something that you can grow. Are they like cosmic figs? Is that what they are? But you've kind of like got those harvested and placed on the ground. We've got the majesty pieces placed on the ground, which actually the positioning of these, they kind of look like blue roses, which is really cute. I do love that. I love how they look. Yeah, visually this is really pretty. It's kind of like a bright neon fairy style snap, which is absolutely gorgeous. And to think that you had like 30 minutes to get these done is just impressive. Next up we have a submission here from Bagelrina. That moon there looks stunning. I love how you've done the Tinkerbell house here with the glowing light behind it. That was something I also did in my snap. I was like, we have to do something. And I did debate about the sand fountains because I've used the sand fountains to represent kind of like the pixie dust. So I debated about doing something like that, but I actually went for the glowing light. I just thought it would offer a nice kind of like contrast or brightness to the shot, and it's really cool. It kind of almost looks like a magical portal, which I love. Love how you got the fairy bloss house there. We've got this pond here with the lily pads. There's definitely something very magical about this. You know, it definitely feels like a mystical place, which I think is fantastic, and I think your character stands out against the decor and the backdrop there. Next up we have a submission here from Glitch. This is so cute. I love this. I love how your character looks. We've got the little dragon pose here. I love the teacup cropping into the shot here, and then obviously all the foliage pieces, you know, the giant flowers, the mushrooms, the bushes and things like that. I also like how you've included this kind of like statue of the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland, something you get in the Alice in Wonderland bundle that has all the like hedges. I like that. I think he works really well in this kind of setup and decor. Definitely works with the fairy tale vibes and everything. So yeah, I think this is a lovely little submission. Next up we have a snap from Kel's Fantasy. This is so cute. It's very, very simple, but it's really pretty. I love how you've done the flooring here. I think the flooring with these, it's called like a plumeria path or something. It's something you get out of Storybook Vale from doing the tapestries. But it just looks really beautiful. Really kind of creates this pathway here. I love the glowing lights behind the mushrooms. I think it just makes everything look a bit magical and things like that. Like, I do like the simplicity of this. I think a lot of my snaps have been very cluttercore for this challenge, but this is so kind of, it almost feels like effortless, like easy going, but not in like a negative way, in a good way. And I love how your character looks as well. I think she looks just magical. I really like this. I think this is wonderful. Next up we have a snap from Madam Red here, and this is beautiful. I love this. I love the outfit you've gone with. We have so many different elements of things going on here. Like we've got mushrooms, we've got like the caterpillar from the Alice in Wonderland set. We have like frozen stone pillars. We've got the fairy bloss house. We have like ice sections, fairy bubbles, bioluminescent moss. We've got I forget what these things are, but the like things I forget what these are called. I use these for decor as well. We've got mushrooms and glowing flowers. We've got fairy lure trap things. We've got not fairy lure, snippet lure things. Yeah, mushrooms, flowers, the figment topiary. There's so much going on here. Very, very cluttercore, but it's very cute. It's very whimsical, very fairy core, very magical. I like this. I think this is very, very beautiful. I think you've done amazingly on this submission. It's so cute. It really is. And I like how it feels like everywhere you look, there's kind of like a hidden detail to spot, which is really nice and fun. Next up, we have a snap from Disney Dreamer, and this is so cool. I absolutely love this. I think this is really magical. I think it's very whimsical. I love that it's kind of structured. It's very structured. Like you have this pathway leading to the beanstalk, which is really cute, and then either side it's kind of lined with these giant trees and mushrooms and things like that. The frozen willow trees work really well and offers a nice bit of contrast. I think the blue against the pink can be really, really nice. It can be really, really complementary, even though I feel like they contrast a lot. I feel like they complement each other in a really nice way. Love how your character looks. Love this setup with all these bubbles and like the floating flowers and petals and things like that. It's very, very cute. This is absolutely wonderful. Next up, we have a submission from Vinny Luca here, and this is really, really cute. I like the kind of like green tones within this. You know, we've got the green from the beanstalk, we've got the green dragon, your character's dressed in this lovely green outfit. We've even got like the green frog snippet. So I love that cohesion, that theming throughout the submission, which is really, really nice to see. I love the foliage pieces you've got here. Like you've added in a lot of green plants just to help tie everything together. So it's not just so contrasting against the, you know, the purple and pinks from the mushrooms and things like that. I think this is a really, really lovely snap. I think it's really creative. I think it's really, really nice to see. Also, I don't know if it's like this always or if there's something going on there, but it almost looks like there's something hidden in the back of the beanstalk there. Does anyone else see those two kind of like, they look like glowing eyes? It almost looks like it could be like the Cheshire Cat hidden there. No, it's just really cool to see. Just like a fun little detail. Like I said, I don't know if that's there all the time or what, or if it's just a sparkle that's randomly landed there. But it is really, really cool. Next up, we have a submission from Roll Marianne here. I like the green vibes of this snap. The green vibes are very, very nice. This is a lot more of a like structured garden kind of setup. So a lot more sort of pre-built or man-made compared to a lot of the more natural snaps we're seeing. So it's nice to have that kind of variation. I love how your hair contrasts against the rest of the scene, like the bright orange yellow toned hair. Works really well when you've got like the yellow tones in your outfit as well. It kind of matches in a sense, which is really, really cute. I love this framing here with this archway. This archway is still one of the most beautiful arches that we have in game. It's absolutely lovely. I kind of wish we had like a proper fence to go alongside it. That would be so beautiful, I think. But yeah, I really like this. I think it's really cute. Next up, we have a submission from Shelley, who's apparently done a quick last minute snap here. But for a quick last minute snap, this is absolutely beautiful. I love how your character looks. I think she looks really cute. I love the outfit. We've got the dragon here, which really adds to the mystical, whimsical vibe of the submission. I love the flooring here, like having the plumeria path mixed in with the magnolia petals is really nice. It just adds a bit of variety in terms of the colour and things like that. And we do also have some melted candles, which are such a cute item to have in general. They're just really nice. They fit well with anything. But yeah, this is really cute. Great work on this snap. Next, we have a submission from Steph Scarf here, and this is really, really beautiful. I kind of love the symmetry in this, like having the two fairy bloss houses. We've got these two blue foliage pieces here. We've got like the two shorter blue ones, kind of like fiddlehead ferns, the glowing mushrooms, the flowers, and things like that. It's got a nice, almost like symmetrical type vibe to it, which is really cute. I love how your character looks. I love this outfit paired with this hair. I think it's really beautiful. I think it is. I think it's really cute. And I like that we can see Maleficent's castle off in the distance there. I don't know if that was deliberate or just a cool little side effect of where you've taken the submission, but it's really cool to see. I think it really adds to the vibes of the submission. Yeah, this is really cute, and it's kind of nice to see the fairy not in the hovering fairy pose, which I know a lot of us have done this week, myself included, so it's no shade. Like, I love seeing just a variety of poses from everyone, seeing how everyone kind of interprets the challenge and chooses to present themselves. It's just really nice to see. Next up, we have a submission from Film Brat here, and this is cute. I like how you kind of included all the fairy core homes. So we have the Tinkerbell house, we have the Mushroom Cottage, we have the Fairy Bloss house. So really kind of showcasing these fairy core homes. Of course, I have to point out the Mickey Cloud, which is lovely. We love a good Mickey Cloud over here. And I do love the foliage detailing here, and including these, they're like anemones, but they really add kind of like a magical vibe. I do like to use these. When I did my fairy core glade, I used a lot of like these, the little ones, these ones, the beadlet anemones, the ferns, because that glowing light really just adds to the magical vibe, which is wonderful. And of course the mushrooms look great here, so do the vine flower lamps. I think your character looks great. Yeah, this is a very, very magical submission. Next up, we have a submission from Kira here, and this is so cute. I love the colours of this submission. Like those giant blue mushrooms is really cute, and then obviously the flooring here has that kind of bluish undertone, which is really nice. Love how you've mixed the plumeria path and the magnolia petals. I think they go together really nicely. I love how your character looks, and like you've complemented the blue dress, the blue kind of decor with the blue dragon, which is really cute. And then of course having this orange mushroom home, this red orangey toned home, really offers a nice bit of contrast to the shot, and I think it really pulls the attention inward. It sort of directs your focus, which is really nice to see. I think this is lovely. It's definitely very fairy core, very magical, and yeah, it's just beautiful. I'm loving all these submissions. They're all so good, and it's such a joy to see the different ways that everyone's interpreted this challenge and created these. They're all such incredible snaps. I hope you all do really well. I have a feeling this week's going to be very tough. I have a feeling there could be a few robberies, because I have a feeling there's a lot of high level snaps this week because they're all fantastic. Next up, we have a submission from Aneda here, and this is so cute. I love this zoomed in shot. I love how we can really see the mushroom home here. We've also got Rapunzel's tower, which works really well in the submission. I love how you've decorated with the bioluminescent moss and the fairy bubbles. The fairy bubbles was another thing that I had intended to include and completely forgot about, because as usual, your mind just kind of goes blank. As soon as you go to make the Dreamsnap, you forget every idea that you had in your head prior to that. But I love this. I love how your character looks. I love the glowing phoenix wings, and the fact that you've included the kind of like rainbow phoenix companion as well. Just complements the submission really nicely. It feels very bright, it feels very vibrant. It's a lovely, lovely submission, and I have a feeling this will do very well. Next up, we have a submission from Blush Danielle, and this is really, really colourful. It feels really vibrant, and what I love is how you've created almost like what feels like three gateways. You know, we've got the gateway to the left, which goes to the Fairy Bloss house. We've got the gateway to the right, which goes to the Tinkerbell house. And then sort of like the gateway in front of you or directly behind you, which leads to the Mushroom Cottage. I really like it, how you've created this effect of by effectively using the gazebo that you get in the Star Path, specifically the bonus rewards. You know, you can sort of see the archways that it creates, but it's just fun. It's kind of like a really unique perspective in terms of the submission, in terms of the photo, the shot, and direction, which I really, really love. I think that's absolutely wonderful. I think it's so colourful, so vibrant, very sort of, it's sort of bright pastel, if that makes any sense. Like, I know that feels contradictory because pastels are usually more muted, paler colours, but it feels like a bright pastel. I don't know if anyone kind of understands what I mean by that, but that's what I mean. Like that's kind of the vision I get. Like, it's bright without being sort of overbearing or oversaturated, if that makes sense, which I think is just wonderful. I love to see it. Then we have another submission here from Steph Scarf, and this is incredible. A lovely zoomed in submission here. I love all the mushroom detailing. I think that's wonderful to see. I love the little touch of the fallen fortress that we can see in the back left. The foliage work with like the poppies that you've got. We've also got some of the plumeria path dotted around. Lots of mushrooms, lots of glowing lights. I have no idea how you've created this kind of glow effect from behind you. Don't know how that's been created, but that is just incredible, very magical. Love the foliage work. The foliage work is absolutely incredible, and I love how your character looks. I think she looked great. Very magical, very fairy core. And next we have a submission from FlameG here, and I just want to commend the kind of like the rainbow lighting that you've created. So you've obviously used these things, whatever they're called, I've completely forgotten. The name completely escapes me. But these rainbow things that you get from time bending just looks so cool. It adds such a unique, almost like lighting. And I love this. This, again, it's kind of like creating these two portals using the Tinkerbell house, and we've got them from the other side. Usually we're seeing the front of the Tinkerbell house, but this is actually the back side of it, and I think that's cool. You know, just a bit of variety, something a bit different, but you can sort of see like the pathways leading off. The fact that you've got the two Pegasus companions, very, very cute. You know, it's kind of like, which side do you choose, left or right? And they both lead to sort of a magical world. And of course the Fairy Bloss home filling out this middle space in the background. I think this is so, so, so incredible. It's so pretty, and I love how you've managed to capture this shot as you're kind of just getting into like a pose. That sounds stupid. A pose. The flying pose. No, the gliding. That's what I mean. The gliding. Like, you're kind of moving into that gliding pose, or you're just coming out of it. And so it creates this wonderful kind of like magic glow behind your character, in your character's hands, which I just think is wonderful. The little lighting effects in this submission are really, really cool. I think it's great to see, and I think this is going to do extremely well. It's stunning. This is absolutely beautiful. I've got to say, you have made my job so hard this week, everyone, because I have no idea how I'm meant to pick a thumbnail. It is bad enough picking a thumbnail most weeks, but picking a thumbnail on this week, pretty much impossible. I can't pick. It's too much. I want them all. I want every single one featured. Absolutely wonderful work. Next up, we have a submission from Reese Rose here, who's kind of gone with this. It almost feels like a darker vibe of fairy, you know, maybe a bit more of a mischievous fairy. which is kind of cool. Like, we've got Jack's house in the background here. This has been taken in the Forgotten Lands, I do believe. So it just kind of adds that almost like darkness, that kind of darker undertone to it, which is really, really cool. I love your fairy. I love how the outfit complements the wings. You know, we've got the blue and the green tones throughout. You know, we've got this purple body skin, which is really cool. Again, kind of adding to the fairy core vibes of everything. You know, we've got glowing mushrooms dotted around. This is like the witch's cottage in the background. So, like I said, it kind of has almost like this darker undertone to the submission, which is really cool. Something that's a vibrant submission, something that's bright and eye-catching, but sort of has those dark fae undertones. Very nice. And next we have a submission from Sunny Wawa, and this is so elegant. It's such an elegant fairy core snap. I absolutely love how this is decorated. It feels like a secluded, private kind of fairy getaway, a fairy escape kind of thing, which is beautiful to see. You know, we've got all these frozen willow trees, then we've got like the pink and purple trees here. Obviously the fairy blossom in the middle. These lampposts from Timon and Pumbaa's Friendship Quest, so pretty. I love them. Obviously, I love the little mushrooms you've got dotted around. We've got the little critters flying as well, which is really cute. Love this flower field that you've created. It's so magical, but so elegant. I love the vibes of this submission. I just think it's so beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. And next we have another submission from Steph Scarf here. And again, so beautiful. I love this. I love your character's hair. The way the kind of bright green glows. Very, very cute. Very cool. I like people that have gone kind of like all out with their fairy character, you know, doing cool things with their hair, you know, choosing interesting colours and things like that. I think it's really fun to see. Love the foliage work. Very, very nice. We've got the little Pegasus dotted around, which is very, very cute. You know, even though this one seems to have merged with the ground. Just DLV things, just DLV things. But I love it. I love the foliage work, the sparkles, the glow from below and above, you know, the mushroom. Everything just works together really, really nicely. It's so beautiful and so fairy core. This week is going to be so tough for voting. So, so, so tough. Next, we have a couple of submissions from Amy B here, and I did see your comment, 2 very different types of fairies, which is very exciting. I love how this is decorated. I love the green tones of your fairy. You know, we've got this green outfit. I think the mask, the headpiece works really well. Love the colour coordination here. I love the pink tones in the shot as well, just to add a bit of vibrancy and colour. We've also got the swans floating around, which is really, really cute. The little Pegasus is adorable. The mushrooms, the flowers. Obviously, the sparkles from all the Dreamlight fruit trees is lovely. Really adds a nice touch to the submission. I think this is absolutely wonderful. It definitely captures those fairy core vibes. I also love that there's a little raccoon companion over here. Very, very cute. It's adorable. It's definitely got those magical vibes, which is just fantastic to see. Then we have your next submission here, which is kind of giving more dark fae vibes, which is really, really cool. It's something very different, very unique. Like, we also have this fairy in the background here in armor, in uniform. So it definitely has those more kind of like dark fae story tones and like vision, if that makes sense, which is really cool. But I like that it's a gathering of different fairies. Like, there's so many fairies around. Like, it's not just you know, we've got all these other fairies as well. Like, it's a world of fairies kind of thing. I love how the room's been decorated, laid out. I think it looks really cool. Yeah, this is a really, really fun snap. Really like unique in concept, and I think that's going to help it. I think it's going to help it stand out from the crowd. But yeah, fantastic work on both your submissions. Next, we have a submission from Mike here, and this is so cool. I love this contrast. It's definitely kind of giving me Fern Gully vibes. But I love this. You've used the Wally truck, and like, I don't know how you've created this flame effect. Like, I don't know which specific item it is. I wasn't sure if it was like the bonfire or not, but then we've also got like the wood and stuff like that. Like, it reminds me of how, you know, they're chopping down the forest in Fern Gully and stuff like that. So it's definitely giving me those vibes. But I love the message behind it. I love the story that it's telling. You know, you've definitely got those fairy core vibes. Obviously your character looks like a fairy. We've got a lot of fairy decor here. Which is absolutely wonderful and magical to see. But then we've got this kind of like almost menacing and imposing left hand side with the kind of like the worn down foliage. Like, it's all just logs, it's all just twigs. It's not beautiful. It's not how do I how do I explain? Like, it's not blooming, you know. You can tell this is destructive, whereas this is life and things like that. I just love it. I love the whole story it's telling. I love the vibes of the submission. This is fantastic. I really love how you have this talent of telling a story in your snap, and I really enjoy snaps that tell a story. I think it's really fun to see. Next, we have a submission from Nina here, and this is so cute. It's so like elegant, so mystical. At first I almost couldn't see your wings, but I do see them here. You've got the green wings on, so it does complement your outfit very nicely. Goes well with the green dragon. I love the foliage work. I think the flowers, making use of these green glowing mushrooms is just fantastic. So these are like a naturally spawning resource. I do wish the game would give us some sort of decor like this. Like, I love how we got these brown mushrooms. I love the giant mushrooms, but I was kind of hoping we might get some of these glowing green mushrooms as decor. It would be nice if they could do that. Like, even if they couldn't give us these exact ones, if they just gave us something like it. Like, please, Gameloft, I know you've given us a lot of mushrooms, but can you give us more mushrooms? But no, this is wonderful. It is very magical. It's very beautiful. I love the colours of it. Yeah, it's just fantastic. Honestly, my jaw is hurting right now because of how much I'm smiling looking at these submissions. It just makes me so happy to see. They're all so beautiful. It just makes me smile. That we have a submission from I Love Heatrel. I know you had some issues gathering your villagers, getting them to do what you wanted. You've gone with this kind of like beach fairy inspired snap. I do love how you've used the magnolia petals on the floor here. I think Mirabelle works really nice in the submission, even though she's not kind of like fairy core. There's definitely some magical kind of about her. Like, obviously her whole family has like powers and things like that, but like her dress definitely feels quite fairy core in a way. I say dress, like skirt and top kind of thing. Like the butterflies, I think butterflies often get associated with fairies, which is really cute to see. So I think she works nicely, and I think her house is nice. It sort of adds that vibrancy to the shot as well. So great job on this. Next up, we have a submission from Doodles here, and this is just absolutely fantastic. Absolutely breathtaking. Love the Mickey Cloud. You know, we love a little Mickey Cloud. Love the little froggy here. It's so cute. It's just like a hidden little detail. It's just like a bonus thing, which is so cute. I love this. The glowing light that you've got going here, but then you've got this tree here. It just kind of feels very magical, very whimsical. Obviously the mushrooms, the flowers, it's so pretty. I love it. And I love how you've done your character, like the kind of like the mint toned hair and the dress and stuff. It really makes your character stand out against the background, which I love. Rather than kind of blending in, you're standing out, which is wonderful. It really makes it sort of eye-catching and things like that. But just fantastic. I love it. I'm obsessed. Like, so good. So good. I love it. I love it. Next up, we have a submission here from Jay, and I love this. Look at this. So I think this is obviously taken in the Storybook Vale, in the like side where you get Flynn and stuff like that, the magical wood side. I forget what that biome section's called. But you can sort of see the library here. This is the I don't know if it's the bridge or just a part of the library, but it really offers a nice bit of shadowing and contrast against the sun. Like, it just offers that, like, variation. I don't know, it just offers a nice shadow. I love how you've got the bubbles dotted around. They look so cute. We've got so many sparkles. We've got butterflies. It's just so magical. It really is. It's very, very magical. It's beautiful. Your character looks great. It looks very natural. Yeah, I'm obsessed. I am absolutely obsessed. It's so fantastic. Great use of the fairy bloss house here. Great use of some of the foliage items, you know, like the vine flower lamps. I do see this tree here, which you can get as one of the rewards for the tapestries that you can rearrange. You know, the glowing luminescent flowers are a nice touch. Everything goes together so nicely. And then to end this video, or this half, we come to my submission here. And this is what I came up with. We were trying to aim for perfection with the dragons, and this is as close as we got. This was the best we got. I do have a couple of bubbles floating around, and they do have those like rainbow things in them, but I forgot to add the little flying critters in them. We went for this outfit and these wings just to offer a bit of contrast to help them stand out against the background, because that was something that I wanted to make sure I did and could achieve. I wanted to make use of the memory orb farm that I have going on. I think again it kind of looks a bit magical, a bit whimsical. You know, made use of some bioluminescent moss and sparkles and things like that. So yeah, hopefully this does well. I really hope it does. This is probably one of my favourite snaps, and I feel as a lover of fairycore, I have to get this right. I feel a lot of pressure on myself to do well this snap, and we're going to have to see, because it really feels like the competition is tough. I don't think 4K is guaranteed for anyone this week because of the level of quality. There is no way. There is like 90% fantastic. Not talking about like my own Discord. I mean, in voting, in communities I'm seeing online, the quality this week is so fantastic. I think it's going to be an incredibly tough week. I think we're going to get a lot of robberies. I say robberies because that's the term that everyone uses. I don't think any... I don't kind of agree necessarily with the whole robberies thing, but that's a debate for another video. But it is like... I think there's going to be a lot of people who have snaps that are absolutely stunning and eye-catching. People who probably have the tags that aren't going to hit 4K. Because of the fact that this week is so tough. The competition level is insane. I have never seen anything like it. So, yeah, I don't even think I'm guaranteed a 4K. I hope I do. My want is that I get a 4K. I'm sure, like all of us. I do think my snap is technically, like, a 4K worthy. Like, I think the effort level's there. But I do think nothing's guaranteed with this week, because there's too many of us who have done so fantastically to get into the top 7%. It's such a small minority of us that get 4K. Such a small minority compared to the amount of people that participate in Dreamsnaps. So I really think it's going to be a struggle to get into that top 7%. Let's just say that. It's going to be a real fight. But yeah, this is my snap. I hope you all like it. And that is the first half of the submissions for the Fairy Fantasies challenge. I hope you liked all these dream snaps. I hope they put a smile on your face as much as they put a smile on mine. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed looking over these. I really liked them. I think you all did absolutely amazingly, and I'm so impressed by everyone. You've all done absolutely fantastically. So yeah, congrats to you all. I hope you get the results that you want. If you don't, just know that the competition out there is really tough this week. It really, really is. As I mentioned earlier, like, it's just tough. I think we're going to struggle. There's going to be a lot of people who would usually get 4K that might not this week, just because I think the competition level is so... It's a tough one this week. I am struggling to come across snaps that I don't like, kind of thing. I'm just, every time I vote, it's so joyous. I love it. I'm obsessed. So yeah, I hope you did enjoy this video. Make sure to stay tuned for part 2. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys.